Good morning and welcome to Chapel. Today is Friday, November 12th, 2004. I'm Stephanie Fry.
And I'm Matt Smith.
In today's top story, after several weeks of hospitalization in France, Yasser Arafat has died. He will be buried in Israel in the compound of Muqada. Political leaders and civilians around the world await a transition of leadership as new Palestinian leaders try to determine the next steps for their nation.
In other news, U.S. troops entered the city of Fallujah. Officials say that this military operation is ahead of schedule. It'll be some time before the city is secure. 121 U.S. troops have been killed or wounded, 5 Iraqi troops have been killed, and 600 insurgents have died.
President Bush appointed Alberto Gonzales as the new Attorney General. Bush says Gonzales, a former Texas Supreme Court judge, is a calm and steady voice in times of crisis. He has been involved with many controversial situations, including advocating the use of Gonzales' appointment. He is expected to be approved by a Republican-controlled Senate.
You may finally be able to get a legal tattoo in South Carolina. The Department of Health and Environmental Control approved regulations on sanitation, inspection, and safety standards. Look for the first legal tattoo parlors in South Carolina in about 6 months.
That's interesting.
That's kind of not my thing.
Not mine either.
Yeah. Well, let's head out to the Ben Lippen football field where Wade has been talking to the coaches in preparation for this Saturday's game.
How's my hair? Is my hair okay? Is my hat straight? Oh, are we live? We're live? This thing is on? Okay, we're live. We're live. Hi, my name's Wade Bennett here with sports. Tomorrow night is going to be the big night as the CIU Bowl game day festivities kick off. Supper will start at 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m., and the girls' game will start at 7 o'clock p.m., with the guys following around 8:30 or 8:45 p.m. Well, the weather for tomorrow night is going to be a chilly one. So, girls, the metal bleachers really do get cold, so bring a lot of blankets. The weather will be partly cloudy with a daytime high of 62 degrees Fahrenheit with an overnight low of 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I spoke with a few players and coaches earlier today and just got their take on what this year's game would be like for them. So let's go see what they had to say. I'm here with Robbie Becker from the North guys team, of course. I'm here with true freshman wide receiver Hunter Price. Hunter, what are you looking forward to in this year's game?
Well, you know, you want to play good and you try to play good, and I want us to play pretty good.
I'm here with the mastermind of the offense from the South, Junior Brent Walsh. Brent, what do you think the key to winning this year's game will be?
I'm thinking that the keys are going to be who can limit themselves to the most mistake, the least amount of mistake.
Coach Thompson, could you shed some light on the rumors that you're going to take the head coaching position at the University of Florida for us?
Well, Wade, I'm not allowed to talk about that stuff until the bowl season's over, but we'll just see what happens. Don't know where I'll end up.
Could you give us a final score prediction?
No, but I will say this. It's going to be a good game. North's coming out on top.
Thank you. I'm here with the head coach from the South team. Coach Dennis, what do you think the key to this year's game will be to winning?
I think Lori Kennedy's going to be the key to this game.
My final prediction for the score, I say South 30, North 16. Go South.
Looks to be an exciting game. Quite a matchup between some great teams.
Yes, it does. When we return, we'll have Jeremy with our Ask and Answer for the week and Hannah Liss with the SMC Missions Moment. And be sure not to miss Entertainment Edge with Kylie Schutz.
Welcome back. Let's go to Hannah Liss with our SMC Missions Moment.
December 1st is AIDS Day, a time to focus on the worldwide epidemic that has killed over 25 million people. The situation is especially serious in India, where approximately 4.5 million people have contracted the HIV virus. Women and street children are especially vulnerable to infection, so both the Indian government and Christian organizations are working to prevent AIDS and to help those who are suffering from it. This week in Indonesia, church leader and pastor Rinaldi Dominic was released after 2 years in prison. Though he could live freely in the United States, he has chosen to stay and work for peace in Indonesia, where Muslims and Christians are fighting with each other. Please keep these needs in your thoughts and prayers.
Thanks, Hannah. Now, for today's Ask and Answer question. Hey, CINN, why is it so hard for the United States to admit that some of its foreign policy is wrong and has helped fuel the war on terrorism?
Fueling terrorism, huh? Are you talking about the war on terror? Then yes, our foreign policy is encouraging terrorism, as it should be if we're doing a good job of fighting it. All those people who believe in the Muslim extremist agenda are joining the fight, and we're destroying what they believe in. Of course they're going to stand against us. But we're not some aggressive force set out to take over other sovereign nations. We have specific purposes to accomplish, and as a Christian nation, we have a responsibility to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. I said that exact thing 2 episodes ago. And don't forget, the terrorists were at war with us long before we were at war with them. Remember the first Trade Center bombing or the bombing of the USS Cole? We finally decided to respond with more than just a slap on the wrist. And now some of you hold that the United States is no different than a terrorist nation? You're kidding, right? We're one of more than 24 countries dedicating ourselves to fighting a group who will kill innocent people in brutal ways to get what they want, and somehow we're the bad guys? Take a step away from what France, Germany, Russia, and China think, and be thankful that someone in this world has the intestinal fortitude to do what's needed. But maybe you're talking about America's support of Israel over Palestine. Perhaps you've forgotten just what Yasser Arafat is responsible for. Without going into detail, Arafat was a terrorist of the same ilk as bin Laden. How could you support someone like him? If you don't like what America stands for, fine, but don't try to convince us that we shouldn't be doing the right thing.
Thanks, Jeremy, for your take on the issue. Now, Kylene, what's going on with Entertainment Edge?
Well, the Columbia Inferno are playing tonight. Tickets are on sale in the cafeteria for $7. House music will be Thursday, November 18th at 7 o'clock p.m. in Shortest Chapel. So come join our music students as they give a recital featuring the sights, sounds, and tastes of Europe. This will be an elegant evening, including a sampling of finger foods from around the world. In music news, Derek Webb, the former lead singer of Caedmon's Call, has released a new album entitled I See Things Upside Down. Go buy it off of his website, derekwebb.com, for only $12. U2 also released a new album this month entitled How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, which you should also check out.
Thanks, Kylene. Stephanie, any announcements this week?
The North-South game.
Stephanie, it's the CIU Bowl.
I thought it was the North-South game.
No. For some strange reason, they changed it to the CIU Bowl. So it's the CIU Bowl.
Oh. Well, maybe they chose to do that because we're a university and they didn't want to think that the Civil War is still going on or something.
I don't think so. I think it's because just some tension or what.
Well, whatever it is, the game's going to be held this Saturday at 7 o'clock. The girls' game will begin, and 5:30 there will be dinner served for anyone who wants to come and have some good food.
Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.